the real cause of inflation?
The real cause of inflation.
The Federal Reserve prints a bunch of this,
Probably the rich getting richer.
which makes the value of money go down.
It started with COVID, to be honest.
Well, if the Federal Reserve prints too much money, more than they're supposed to, then inflation starts.
No clue. My bad.
The value of money in inflation is it just goes down because there's so much of it, it's not worth as much.
What's the real cause of inflation?
Joe Biden.
Welcome back, guys, and hold on tight as we check out the viral sensation of the Tuttle Twins' recent Bitcoin cartoon. I mean, not that we need to delve too far, but I think we can find plenty of reasons and examples to display the failure that is government education. The Tuttle Twins have been providing captivating alternatives for kids with education that empowers young minds with the wonders of not just Bitcoin, but Austrian economics, history, Bastiat, Ayn Rand, the Fed. I mean, it's incredible work. And I mean, be honest, do you want your kids to end up like those guys in the intro? Further example of government educational failure. But thank God there is a better way. As Greg Foss always says, for the kids. So let's dive into the world of Bitcoin and education for the kids. This is going to be a fun one. Let's go. And as we said, let's check out the Washington Examiner. Tuttle Twins cartoon about life and liberty goes viral with Bitcoin and the Beast episode. People are really resonating with the message. Show creator Daniel Harmon told the Washington Examiner. We had one fan comment about how they were trying to explain Bitcoin to someone for 7 years. We did in 20 minutes what they couldn't do in 7 years. So that's really rewarding to see. People are understanding it, especially how money that's hard to create is so beneficial to society. The Bitcoin episode describes the digital currency Bitcoin as hard money. Digital money that can be sent directly from one person to another without any bank or government involved. And the best part, it's hard money, the episode explains. Bitcoin is very hard to make more. Each new coin gets added to the supply only after a computer works very hard to solve a math problem where there's no shortcut, and solving it costs a lot of energy and time. And you can guys get a glimpse of some of the artwork here. But the cartoon, which is now in its second season, is based on the children book series written by Connor Boyack. The show, which is distributed by Angel Studios, is based on a crowdfunding production model that broke the crowdfunding record for a children's multi-episode show with $3.7 million raised just for the first season. Quote, I don't think they are hearing these kind of messages in other forms of media for the most part, kind of like Simply Bitcoin and Bitcoin-only media out here. Harmon said they are not getting it in schools, not getting it in culture, and for us to talk very clearly about things like rights to life, liberty, and property, about things like Bitcoin, inflation, entrepreneurship, in a way that kids can understand is very refreshing to parents. And I'm sure so many of you guys with your young ones would be looking to introduce them to Bitcoin and these principles outside of the government system. There's some great material, and we'll get into that here in a second. But closing out, it's something that they've been craving for a long time, he added, speaking of parent support of the show, in addition to its popularity with children. They're very much noticing that it doesn't exist elsewhere. That's why the show is having its success. All right, now the Tuttle Twins say they can teach in 20, but what about 3 minutes with this clip they shared? Learn Bitcoin in 3 minutes. Going to show you that outtake. We'll put the full episode in the show links, but you tell me if they don't just nail it here.
When money is easy to make, society begins to break.
So, how do we make money that's easy to carry but hard to create?
Well, one solution is Bitcoin. Back in 2008, I became fed up with government money, with the corruption, the manipulation, so I created a digital currency. Digital money that can be sent directly from one person to another without any bank or government involved. And the best part? It's hard money.
It's the hardest money ever invented!
Bitcoin is very hard to make more of. Each new coin gets added to the supply only after a computer works very hard to solve a math problem, where there's no shortcut and solving it costs a lot of energy and time.
Okay, but if it's on a computer, can't I just copy and paste?
Not with Bitcoin. You see, there's a public record of every Bitcoin ever created. It's called the blockchain. It's like a puzzle, and each Bitcoin has its own unique shape. And because everyone has a copy of the public record, if someone tries to fake a Bitcoin, it won't fit the puzzle and will be rejected by the network before anyone can use it. That's why Bitcoin is so safe from criminals and the government.
You said criminals twice.
And unlike dollars, which can be printed endlessly, there will only ever be 21 million Bitcoin. It's almost impossible to inflate. The only way to get it is to earn it or buy it from someone who has.
Aha!
No offense, but if you control Bitcoin, couldn't you manipulate it just like the government?
I don't control it. No one person does. It's controlled by a public network of Bitcoin users that anyone can join. So if someone wanted to change something in Bitcoin's code, they would need to get the majority of the millions of Bitcoin users to agree to it, or the change doesn't happen. And when has the majority of us agreed on anything?
One-ply toilet paper is garbage.
Touché.
Wow, I didn't know made-up money could make so much sense.
Today, millions of people send Bitcoin instantly and cheaply to each other around the world without any bank or government involved. And because Bitcoin is hard money you can't just print more of, the more people who use it, the more valuable it becomes.
Emily, if we take Lyle's Bitcoin, we could be rich.
I could pay for college entirely! You could outsource your movie and pay to have your name in the credits.
Slow down. I'm not saying that Bitcoin will make you rich quick or even at all. Right now, only about 1% of the world owns Bitcoin. And because it's still being adopted, some days it goes up and even down.
Also, investments, though potentially lucrative, can be risky.
Only invest what you're willing to lose. We know. Wow, I think I get it. Good money should be easy to use, but hard to create.
And because Bitcoin is digital, it's fast and cheap to use. And the blockchain makes it hard to inflate.
Thanks, Mr. Satoshi.
What?
Mr. Satoshi?
He's gone? Or was he ever even here?
Amazing. And they have tons of free educational material. And the Tuttle Twins, the books aim to introduce young readers to principles of free market economics. The series follows the adventures of Ethan and Emily Tuttle, who learn about various concepts such as the importance of property rights, individual freedom, limited government. The books often feature historical figures and events to illustrate these principles. They cover topics such as free trade, the role of entrepreneurship, the dangers of excessive regulation, and the value of personal responsibility. The series promotes critical thinking and encourages children to question authority and understand the consequences of different policies and actions, i.e. Austrian Economics. And I can tell you from my own experience, I was a teacher, taught middle school history and English, and was a coach, and I used to give extra credit assignments to kids who would do a reading assignment on one of the Tuttle Twins. Here is The Creature from Jekyll Island. Pretty awesome stuff. So learning about the Fed and those tentacles that go everywhere, the Cantillon effect. But they have tons of great material. Atlas, so you're getting Ayn Rand for kids, The Law, Bastiat. Again, I showed you The Creature from Jekyll Island there, Leviathan, Hobbes' Leviathan, and all these amazing materials that they put together in such a good way for the kids. They have great artwork, great cartoons, great animations, and great gamification material as well. Be sure to check out more of these guys. They got great stuff, great educational material, especially that seem to fit the Bitcoiner ethos on how many would like to educate their kids outside of the government system, whether through some further work at home or if people choose to homeschool. These are some excellent material for them to check out. I was a teacher. I had to get the hell out of there because, trust me, I understand the problems with status education, and that's why I'm here. And so thankful to be with you guys at Simply Bitcoin every day, still educating, but helping with the bright orange future. Giga Chad, Michael Saylor says it really well right here. When money is easy to make, society begins to break. But free market education and Bitcoin offers solutions to address government failures in education. They promote choice, innovation, customization, efficiency, and empowerment of parents and students by fostering competition, flexibility, and decentralized financial transactions. These approaches can lead to improved educational outcomes, increased access to quality education, and enhanced accountability within the education sector. Don't let your kids become statists.
Let the government control medical care, retirement funds, the children. Schools.
When government businesses don't compete, they rarely improve and just repeat.
How do we fix it?
Let other private businesses compete and let the people choose.
Ugh.
Oh, you mean like choosing which government services to use?
Precisely.
That doesn't work. People only need one choice. One safe, government-approved choice.
That's right. Freedom is always the answer. So join the Tuttle Twins and embrace the power to opt out of authoritarian systems. Say goodbye to government-controlled education and protect your hard-earned wealth from the clutches of inflation. Together through the teachings and empowerment of kids with materials and alternatives like what the Tuttle Twins provide, pair that with the transformative potential of Bitcoin, we can empower them and ourselves to shape a future built of freedom, knowledge, financial sovereignty, sovereignty. It's time to take control and embark on a journey toward that brighter orange future. Man, thanks again for tuning in, guys. Remember, you can help us on the peaceful revolution by sharing, liking, subscribing, not just simply Bitcoin, but spread all Bitcoin-only content and soundtracks to the revolution. I'll catch you all tomorrow. Peace.
I'll match whatever she's offering, but in Bitcoin.
You mean that made-up money?
No! How did she get past my anti-current booby trap? Is Bitcoin any better than cash if it's just made-up money? All money is made up. Did you just screenshot me, bro?
I could show you because we're in the internet. Whoopsie, this is the early internet.